Today is Saturday, May 16th. Welcome to Big Book Daily. My name is Rob. I am an alcoholic. It is a thrill, honor, and joy to be here with you today as we journey through the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous and the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions. Today out of the Big Book, we will conclude Chapter 8, Two Wives. We'll read the second half of 120 and 121. Now, the 12 and 12 are on Tradition 3. We'll read page 144, and of course, we'll read the 24 hours a day and daily reflection. So with that, hope y'all are doing well this beautiful Saturday morning, my friends. As I'm recording this, which is a little bit in advance, it is the first time in a long time. It is the day of round 1 of the NHL playoffs, and my Flyers are in the first round, facing off against the Pittsburgh Penguins. The battle for Pennsylvania, oh man, the rivalry renewed. I am so stinking excited. But the thing is, I won't get to watch it live. I'm actually going to a friend's house this evening. Okay, and I've never told you this. A couple buddies that I work with, we're big horror movie fans, and we call it Bromageddon. I know, I can feel the eye roll right now. Basically, they just text me as I'm recording this. Basically, all our wives, all 3 of our wives, they don't like horror movies, so we all do. So we get together at least once or twice a month to watch some scary movies. Well, it just happens that I scheduled it during this evening when the Flyers play. So I'm going to try my best not to spoil anything during the scary movies and hopefully watch the game tomorrow morning. We shall see. But anyways, I'm getting way too ahead of myself. Let's go ahead and get to the good stuff. All right, my friends. So if you recall from yesterday's reading and just the last few days' reading, we've heard some practical and beautiful advice given to wives by wives of alcoholics. And we are going to finish off this chapter today. We're on 120, halfway down. The slightest sign of fear or intolerance may lessen your husband's chance of recovery. In a weak moment, he may take your dislike of his high-stepping friends as one of those insanely trivial excuses to drink. We never try to arrange a man's life so as to shield him from temptation. The slightest disposition on your part to guide his appointments or his affairs so that he will not be tempted will be noticed. Make him feel absolutely free to come and go as he likes. This is important. If he gets drunk, don't blame yourself. God either has removed your husband's liquor problem or he has not. If not, it had better be found out the right way. Then you and your husband can get right down to the fundamentals. If a repetition is to be prevented, place the problem along with everything else in God's hands. We realize that we have been giving you much direction and advice. We may have seemed to lecture. If that is so, we are sorry. For we ourselves don't always care for people lecturing us. But what we have related is based upon experience, some of it painful. We had to learn these things the hard way. That is why we are anxious that you understand and that you avoid these unnecessary difficulties. So to you out there, who may soon be with us, we say good luck and God bless you. Now the 12 and 12 are on Tradition 3. The only requirement for AA membership is a desire to stop drinking. And if you recall from yesterday's reading in the 12 and 12, we have met this guy named Ed, who is very, very much against the idea of God in the program, and he's been very vocal about it. As a matter of fact, he gave a big testimony, and it was beautiful at first, but the group could feel it. Okay, here we go. And sure enough, he does bash God and the whole idea. So the group's like, we got to get him out. But then Ed's got him over a barrel. He says, wait a minute. I thought you guys said anybody was welcome to these things. And he says, when you guys wrote that sentence, did you mean it or didn't you? We are on page 144. We will read the next 2 paragraphs. Dismayed, the elders looked at one another, for they knew he had him cold. So Ed stayed. Ed not only stayed, he stayed sober, month after month. The longer he kept dry, the louder he talked against God. The group is in anguish, so deep that all fraternal charity had vanished. When, oh when, groaned the members to one another, will that guy get drunk? Quite a while later, Ed got a sales job which took him out of town. At the end of a few days, the news came in. He'd sent a telegram for money, and everybody knew what that meant. Then he got on the phone. In those days, we'd go anywhere on a 12-step job, no matter how unpromising. But this time, nobody stirred. Leave him alone. Let him try it by himself for once. Maybe he'll learn a lesson. "24 hours a day, May 16th. AA thought for the day. In the story of the Good Samaritan, the wayfarer fell among robbers and was left lying in the gutter, half dead. And a priest and a Levite both passed by on the other side of the road. But the Good Samaritan was moved with compassion and came to him and bound up his wounds and brought him to an inn and took care of him. Do I treat another alcoholic like the priest and Levite, or like the Good Samaritan? Meditation for the day. Never weary in prayer. When one day you see how unexpectedly your prayers have been answered, then you will deeply regret that you've prayed so little. Prayer changes things for you. Practice praying until your trust in God has become strong. And then pray on, because it has become so much a habit that you need it daily. Keep praying until prayer seems to become communion with God. That is the note on which true times of prayer should end. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may form the habit of daily prayer. I pray that I may find the strength that I need as a result of this communion. Daily reflection, May 16th. We forgive. Often it was while working on this step with our sponsors or spiritual advisors that we first felt truly able to forgive others, no matter how deeply we felt they wronged us. Our moral inventory had persuaded us that all-around forgiveness was desirable. But it was only when we resolutely tackled step 5 that we inwardly knew we'd be able to receive forgiveness and give it to. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 58. What a great feeling forgiveness is. What a revelation about my emotional, psychological, and spiritual nature. All it takes is willingness to forgive. God will do the rest. All right, my friends, that concludes today's reading and some beautiful stuff. I absolutely love that last reading. And once again, I'm reminded of the old Fred Rogers quote. One thing that evil cannot stand is forgiveness. And my dear friend, he added another word, and reconciliation. Something happened earlier this week. To give you a little backstory, I've had an issue with a coworker this year where this coworker of mine, not to bore you with all the details, but we've had a past of not seeing eye to eye, but we've always been able to make amends. And something happened more recently where I was talked about behind my back in front of a bunch of people. And I talked to my sponsor and I talked to some people and I wasn't sure of whether or not I needed to go to this person directly or not. I wasn't sure if that was going to cause more damage than good, because I had tried to talk to this person once before, privately and directly, and it didn't go well. So weeks went by and we would still exchange good mornings and, good evenings and stuff. And I prayed for this person every day because that's what the big book tells me to do. And honestly, on my end, over time, through the reps, the resentment melted from my heart. And I always thought about what a dear friend in the program would say, bless them, change me. I can't change her. I can't change what's been done, but I can change my attitude. And I can let this resentment go. God, I put it in your hands. And I pray that she'd find what she's looking for. And that's the thing. Sometimes, we're all human beings. And some people don't have this spiritual program to work. And it's kind of sad. This is just Robology, but I wish that everybody could have a program like this. I think the world would be a much better place. But anyway, finally, about 2 to 3 days ago, I was at work. It was early in the morning. And as I was getting things ready, I felt that gentle nudge. And I tried to shake it, but I couldn't. And I thought, what the heck? Okay, I'll do it. So I walk over to her workplace. I pull her out in the hallway. I look her in the eye and I say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my part. I have great respect for you as a professional and as a person. And I just want you to know that there's no hard feelings on my end, and I truly am sorry. Because I kept thinking, forget about what she's done. What have I done? She looked me in the eye, and again, even if she had cussed me out and said, I don't care if you're sorry, I never asked for your forgiveness in the first place. Get out of here, Rob. Scram. Even then, that's okay, right? I would have been okay with that. I mean, I have to accept that that's her reaction, which I can't control. But let me tell you this. She looked me in the eye and she started trembling and crying. And she said, I'm sorry too. And within 20 seconds, 30 seconds, maybe max, we gave each other a big hug. And I mean, one of those good hugs, where you can feel it. And that animosity and everything just fizzled away. One thing evil cannot stand, or maybe two things in this case, is forgiveness and reconciliation. Great stuff. Oh, and if you can hear my phone going off, guess what that is? I have a group chat here called Bromageddon. We're getting ready. We're getting fired up for this evening. Oh, and I'm the candy guy, by the way. I bring the candy. Another one of my friends brings the energy drinks. And my other friend, he's the host. He's got the 80-inch big screen TV. So anyway. So my friends, if you are sober today, I hope you know that you're a miracle and you're giving a great gift to everybody around you. And you have a unique superpower to help the next suffering alcoholic. And if you're not sober, I hope you know that you're a miracle as well. That you have great worth and value and your story is not done yet. I just pray that you have the honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness to just make that first step toward change today. Whatever that looks like for you. I'm grateful for you, and we've got your back. We want to help. And as always, my friends, I don't speak on behalf of AA, NA, Al-Anon, any other sect. I am just a joyful drunk in this lifeboat of recovery, honored to be here today. And if we are given another set of 24 hours, my friends, I sincerely look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow.